You were just on a panel about diversity. You do a lot of these, which I'd love to hear your point of view on. How important is it to think about diversity and inclusion when we think about creativity and the things that we actually do?
Oh my gosh. I think diversity and inclusion is the heart and soul of creativity, right? Alternative perspectives, bouncing ideas, like that swirl of inspiration that happens comes from diverse perspectives. So it's super important. And I think, I've embraced sort of Satya's mantra that we have the blessing of working with this amazing company that enables us to have a platform for your personal sort of benefit or the things you want to help change the world over. And this is it for me. Like, I've been around long enough that diversity and inclusion, we need to stop talking and start walking. And it's a pleasure to be able to have some impact.
So you've talked a lot about it making inroads in terms of the makeup of the agencies that we use for our advertising. Talk a little bit about that, how important that initiative has been.
Yeah, it really came from, a look to, the Reverend Jesse Jackson actually was coming to our board meeting and asked, let's take a look at your marketing partner diversity and how do we change that industry. And I think the age-old thought is, spend money with minority-owned media or spend money in minority-oriented media. And what really happens there is you might affect a salesperson job for a year or two, but you don't materially impact the industry. So what we said is, the way we can materially impact the industry is looking at our partners that have, like a McCann, 48,000 employees. What can we do to change that composition? And it starts with just being aware of what your current state is. So we looked at what does our team look like today and how might that change over time? And really of their own initiatives, our partners have said, yeah, we're going to pay attention to this and we're really going to affect change over time.
Where was that point in your career where you sort of had to make that pivot, where you had to hit the button to reinvent yourself?
Wow. My hit refresh moment came with my son's illness, actually, where I had to say to myself, there's no question what the priority is. It's my son. And the refresh was, how do I come back from that? What sacrifices am I willing to make? And will it ever be the same again? So that was really it for me. And I think the refresh portion of it was making sure that, balance and flexibility were part of my future, and it wasn't a shortcoming.